Hello and welcome to another Path of Exile 2 video, and today I want to give you another market analysis, and I want to give you my personal insight on how I think the situation is going to be developing the coming next days, so that you can stay ahead of the inflation and that you can keep the value of your stash, so your divines or whatever you got right now. And to do that, we're going to be looking at this datasheet that I have made, and it is basically the data that I've collected the last 8 days, summarized in different columns, and then also interpreted through these other columns that I have made right here. But the highlight of this document is going to be these two graphs, and the first one, the left one, it's going to be showing us the short-term development of a currency, and the second one is going to be showing us the long-term development of a currency. So if a graph, like for example, if we zoom in a bit, if a graph like the green one right here, if you hover over it, we will see it's the omen of sinistral annulment, has had a significant increase in the last few days. It's highly likely that that increase will continue for at least one more day. And this graph is not, it doesn't need to be increasing in height right here. It just needs to stay above the 100 line. Because if it stays above the 100 line, that means that it is increasing in value. So if you invest in a currency that has had a lot of increase in value over the last few days, you can probably say that that is going to keep on increasing. And we can verify that by looking at the long-term graphs and looking for the currency that we just looked at the short-term graph, and that would be this graph right here. And if we look at it properly, we can see that it has had this recent up, first of all, and then this recent down. And it has also breached a few other lines, because you can see all of the other lines, they are still kind of going down. All of the especially valuable stuff, for example, the whittling or the fracture orbs, they have all kinda dropped in value. So this one, it's continuously been rising the last 3 days, and I believe that value is going to keep going up, because the omen of sinistral annulment, if you look at the item itself and what it does, I'm not going to get too much into that crafting stuff in this video, but if you know about it, you know that it's a relatively valuable item. It allows you to annul a lot of stuff, similar to the omen of whittling that we can see right here, but that we can see right here in the blue graph. What it does some things differently. So it's highly valuable inside the game, and it has been continuing the rise in value for multiple days. And it is also in comparison to all of the other currency rising in value. So get yourself some omens of sinistral annulment. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be putting about 50 divines into omen of sinistral annulments. And I recommend to you that you do the same and put at least 20 to 30% of your total stash value into that omen of sinistral annulment. You can also put in more if you're feeling more lucky, but I will be putting in 20 to 30%, because even if we look at past developments, there can always be a new patch or some new strategy that some guy comes up with, and then maybe the prediction that we made won't come to fruition. So it's really about splitting your stash into different currencies and just getting a total value increase, not just investing into one thing. And Yeah, so what we are going to be investing the rest of the stuff in is going to be currencies that have kept their value at least 100%. We can see um, the value increase right here. So the 100% line, we can draw a line through all of these graphs. And if something has never gone below that graph, that line, sorry, that means that that currency has had a lot of has kept its relative value to all other items for a long time. And if we look at the currency that does that, it's going to be divines, and it's going to be the omen of dextral erasure. It has also kept its value a lot, and also chaos orbs. And I'm talking especially about chaos orbs because if you look at this graph, and we look at the highest graph right now for the last 3 days, so that would be this right here, it's going to be the chaos orb. And the chaos orb has never had a value low ever. Like from the start of the season, the value of a chaos orb has never dropped. It only increased. And the same also goes for, obviously, the divine orb. And because everyone is trading with divine orbs, it's going to be such a sought after currency. And that's why it's going to be increasing in value while everything else might be volatile. So for my own stash, I'm going to be putting around 30% into chaos. I'm going to be putting 30% into the omen of sinistral annulment, which is my speculative investment for the future, and also 30% into divines. And with the rest, 10%, I'm simply going to be switching that around for all of the other different strategies that I got on making profit. So for crafting and stuff. But for the stuff that I got just sitting around, I'm going to be investing in these different currencies. Yeah, and if you want to see how the market is going to be developing the next coming days, and maybe if you have to pull out of the sinistral annulment or omens trade, then I highly recommend you to subscribe to my channel because obviously that also profits myself. I like having more subscribers, right? But then you will also be notified when I have a new video to you for you. I make a video every day on this data analysis, and so you don't have to bother with doing all of that yourself, putting all of these values in. You can simply look at the new video and you can determine from that. So yeah, if you watch the video to the end, I thank you very much because statistics say not a lot of people do that. It's about 5% of you guys that watch this to the very end. So if you watch this to the end, I thank you very, very, very much for watching. And if you like the video or if you have any wishes, you can of course comment, or you can simply write me in Discord. I have my Discord in the video description too. And yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I'm going to be seeing you in the next one. Bye bye.